Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Ocarina of Fire here. So, I just previewed the AFC matchups for the Wild Card weekend, and you can find that video right there. And this video is me for the NFC matchup. So, we'll jump right into it with the Saints going to visit the Eagles Saturday night, 8 o'clock, NBC. And the Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite. This game basically comes down to the chess match between Chip Kelly and Rob Ryan. So you have one of the best new up-and-coming offensive minds in the NFL against one of the consistently best defensive minds in Rob Ryan. So it'll be interesting to see the back and forth that they have and whether this Eagles offense can be slowed down by New Orleans. The other side of the ball, New Orleans offense versus Philadelphia's defense. New Orleans offense is explosive, high-powered, but they kind of get stagnant when they're outside the Superdome. Like when they go on the road, as I saw against the Carolina Panthers, they were not that effective. And then last week against the Buccaneers, they put up 40-something points. So they're a much better team at home in the Dome, but they do have the weapons. They do have Drew Brees. He's a championship quarterback who can throw the ball down the field. So it'll be interesting to see how they'll be able to play in January outside. The Eagles' defense isn't that good. You know, they're in the bottom third of the league. Haven't been able to stop much. So it'll be interesting to see if Drew Brees will be able to get it rolling on the road against the Eagles. This game comes down to, like I said, Nick Foles. You know, it's his first playoff appearance. And then whether they're going to be able to run the football, because in January, you need to be able to run the football. They say defense wins championships, and this is why for playoff football. You can throw all the stats, all the records out the door. Now it's one game, win or go home. You've seen in the past that the top offenses, you know, we've seen the Colts, the Patriots, even the Saints, Chargers in the past all go one and done because, you know, they get a hot defense and their offense is going to be shut down because they can't get them rolling. So it'll be interesting to see because, you know, Nick Foles is rolling, LaShawn McCoy is rolling. They're able to run the ball, which is key. You know, a lot of these offenses that are high-powered aren't be able to run that well, but the Eagles are the #1 rush team in the NFL. It'll be interesting to see what Rob Ryan is going to put together to be able to stop it. You know, defensively for the Eagles, they're going to have to find a way to stop Darren Sproles because he is the cog that makes it move. You know, Drew Brees has big numbers thrown to Jimmy Graham and Colston, but Darren Sproles coming out of the backfield, he's a very underrated explosive weapon, and it's shown that when he's not on his A game, the Saints struggle, but when he plays well, the Saints play well. You know, basically defensively for the Eagles, Kerry Williams played great against Dez Bryant last week. Trent Cole's been able to get after the passer as of late, but it's going to come down to, for the Eagles defense, who's going to be able to take away Jimmy Graham. You know, we saw a couple months ago, how good of a job Aqib Talib did, but no one on that team really has a player who's going to be able to go one-on-one with Graham. You know, Patrick Chung ain't good enough as a safety, and Connor Barwin definitely isn't going to do it as a linebacker. So you should expect Jimmy Graham to have a very big game for the Saints, and he's going to be the key for the Saints on offense. You know, the Eagles, you know, they got weapons all over the field as well. It's Nick Foles' first playoff start, so we'll see what he's able to do. Whether the wily veteran will be able to show the up-and-comer how to play, it remains to be seen. But I feel this is going to be a fairly close game. I think the Saints will pull it out on the road because Eagles defense is lacking. I think New Orleans, being a team with a Super Bowl winning quarterback, will do just enough because they know what to expect to get over that hump. And I expect the Saints to edge the Eagles slightly, 27-23. Next game, the Sunday afternoon game, will be the San Francisco 49ers going to Green Bay to play the Packers. San Francisco is favored by 2.5, which I feel that spread is rather low. I think San Francisco is top 3 teams in the NFL right now, and Green Bay kind of lucked into the situation that they were into. You know, they got a lot of help from the Lions and the Bears, and they able to put in Aaron Rodgers at just the right time. So it'll be interesting to see if Aaron Rodgers can continue the hot streak he was on last week and move forward with that into the playoffs. But that San Francisco 49er defense is just tough. You know, they can stop the run, they can stop the pass. They have Dante Whitner. You know, they got playmakers all over the defense and all over the offense. You know, they got Crabtree back. He's finally rolling. Davis, Gore. You know, they got plenty of offensive weapons and plenty of defensive weapons. And it'll be interesting to see how the Green Bay Packers will try to stop them because their best pass rusher defensive player, Clay Matthews, has already been ruled out, so he isn't going to play. You know, Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb are finally back. Are they going to be able to get some momentum? Yeah, the game's at home in Green Bay, but we've seen San Francisco go on the road, win in the cold. They're a tough smash mouth, grinded out team, so the weather isn't really going to affect them much. You know, you like to see Green Bay try to get a little revenge on Kaepernick after the beat down he kind of put on him last year. You know, that he kind of caught him by surprise because, you know, that read option and him scrambling was something that people really weren't expecting, but now people are ready for it, so you'd think Green Bay would like to slow him down a little bit more. But overall, I think the San Francisco 49ers are just going to be too much for the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game, but it's just not going to be enough. I mean, he could probably get down, you know, moving the ball, definitely even between the 20s is very possible on the 49ers. But once you get in the red zone, Ballman and Willis and those boys on defense, Justice Smith, Alden Smith, they really clamp it down and hold it to only field goals. And if Green Bay is settling for field goals, then it's going to be a tough night for them. So in this game, San Francisco favored by 2.5. I think 49ers are going to win by 10 plus. You know, 31-20, 30-24. Like, it's going to be close, I think, for a while, but then I think San Francisco is going to pull it out later. So that's all I got for this afternoon. NFC preview of the wild card weekend. AFC preview, like I said, the link will be below. There'll be a link floating above my head somewhere looking for it. So they'll be all there for you. That's my take on the this weekend's wild card games. Hope you all enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. Tell me who you are rooting for to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. And that's all I got for this afternoon. Ocarina of Fire checking out. Have a good one. Go Colts!